welcome in this demo. Before we get into the demo, I would like to touch again on this architecture which shows how the Apigee API platform together with PubSub and Cloud Run can be used in event-driven architectures. In this case, Apigee will allow us to manage both the ingestion layer, which is composed of REST APIs, and the consumption layer, which is composed of event-driven APIs, or basically WebSocket APIs in this case. So starting from the left to the right, we have our ingestion layer where we have REST APIs that are basically made available or publicly available over a Google Cloud Global Load Balancer. We can use Cloud Armor to add additional layer 7 security capabilities for the API endpoints. So the publisher can then use these endpoints, authenticate using an auth token or just a simple API key. And once authentication is successful, they can publish messages through these APIs to a PubSub topic. In this case, PubSub plays the role of a message broker. So we have a one-to-one relationship between the REST APIs and the PubSub topic here. On the adaptation layer, we have a Cloud Run service that has two roles. One role is to subscribe to a topic and pull the messages. And the second role is to broadcast or propagate or send those messages to a WebSocket client that are connected. This WebSocket connection is proxy through Apigee, and here we have again APIs that are managed and deployed by Apigee. The benefit of this architecture is that we use the same API platform for managing both REST APIs and event-driven APIs. And in addition to that, Apigee then brings all the security capabilities, deployment management, monitoring, and even monetization of these APIs if needed. So in the demo, we will be looking at a use case, and the use case is the following. We imagine that we have here a web shop where clients can place orders, and those orders are then sent to over or through an order APIs to be published to a certain topic. And this topic, we imagine that we have two basically subscribers that are interested in these orders. One is connecting over WebSocket, and this is like a third-party system that will take the order and then basically notify the warehouse to start the fulfillment process. And another service is a simple cloud function that subscribes to this topic, and the cloud function, as soon as the order gets in, it confirms it and sends a confirmation email to the end customer. So this is the use case that we will be demonstrating. Now let's move to the console. So let's start this demo by looking at the ingestion layer. We go to the Apigee API platform. By the way, you can use either Apigee Hybrid or Apigee X. Both of them can be used in this case. We have our order ingestion API here. This is what we call an API product in Apigee. We have here three key informations. One is the mapping to the GCP project and the PubSub topic here. And the second one, we also see which API proxy is deployed. This is basically the endpoint to which the orders are pushed by publishers. So let's have a look at this proxy. We go to API proxies. Our proxy is deployed here. And this proxy contains our logic. So each time it gets a request, it checks if there's an API key in the header. If the verification is successful, then it gets our service account key from an encrypted key value map. And then it uses that service account key to get a token from Google Cloud. And then it uses that token to publish the message, basically payload, in this case the order, to a specific topic name on PubSub that is on a GCP project. So this is what this proxy does. So we are now done with this ingestion layer. Now let's have a closer look at the PubSub topic, which is pretty straightforward. So on my GCP project, I created a PubSub topic called Atlantis orders topic, and here this is where the orders or the events will land. And from here we have, as I mentioned, one Cloud Run service that is subscribed to this topic and will get those orders. So let's have a look now at this Cloud Run service or this adaptation layer. This adaptation layer is a custom implementation of this solution that is available on the GCP documentation. If we have a closer look at it, we have two elements. We have a utility or a script that subscribes to our PubSub topic and posts the messages. And we have a WebSocket daemon or WebSocket server here that takes those messages and sends them to all connected WebSocket client. In the middle in our architecture, we have the Apigee consumption layer here. So in our case, we didn't deploy this to Compute Engine. We took this, we containerized it, and we deployed it on Cloud Run, which is serverless, highly scalable, and basically fully managed. So if you go to Cloud Run in the console, this is our service running, and this service basically does what we have just described. Now, if we move further, we have our consumption layer. It's again deployed on the Apigee API platform. So we have our API product here, which is called New Orders Async API. And this contains basically pointer to the proxy that is we use here, and also the target endpoint, which is the URL of the Cloud Run service where we have our WebSocket server running. So if we have a closer look at the proxy that is part of this API product, we go here. We find some similarities with the proxy we have seen earlier. So each client, when they connect, they need to present an API key and a query parameter. This API key should be known or issued by Apigee. Then we collect some analytics data. We get the service account key from encrypted key value map, which we use then to get a token so that we can should be able to interact with Cloud Run. And from there, basically, we forward the connection to the service URL, which is the Cloud Run service. So that's basically what this layer does. Now let's test basically all the setup end to end. What I will do is I will connect our WebSocket client, and I have already a cloud function that is subscribed to this directly, and I will then use Postman to push an event through this API and see if both my WebSocket client and my cloud function receives it. So let's get started. For simulating or emulating our WebSocket client, I'm using this website here. This is the host name of my API endpoint. This is the path. I provided the key here, and I will click on connect. So my WebSocket client or event subscriber is connected. Now what I will do is I will also have my cloud function here that has already subscribed to PubSub. What I will do is I just go to the logs and jump to now. So these are some old logs that we can ignore for now. The last step is now I will open Postman, where I have publisher here, using host name and then the API to publish orders. I provide an API key in a header so that my Apigee recognizes my request or this publisher. And in the body of this request, I have a JSON object which simulates or emulates an order. Start by giving order number 1 and click on send, You see here 200, okay. I will change it to 1, 2, click send again. And once we send 2 events or orders, I'll go back to my WebSocket client that is disconnected in the meantime. But I see here at least that I received the second event. What I will do is just to test it quickly, I'll change this one, change the ID, push the event through, and you can see that here it is, I got it, right? If we go to my cloud function and update, so you would recognize the event 1112, and sometimes it takes a bit of time to have also like the logs being displayed here. Here is our last event which we published. So all in all, we have now tested the setup end to end. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I wish you a great day. Bye.